So today we're talking about how to make a vlog. As a disclaimer, I've never been trained in vlogs, so I don't really know what I'm doing. Just letting you know how we do it. Roll the intro.
Every morning when I wake up, money on my mind, go time to get kicked up. Sunshine coming.
Hey, today we're going to be talking about vlogging. Been getting a lot of questions in that inbox saying, me and my friends want to start a vlog. What equipment do you use? How you edit? Stuff like that. My business wants to start a vlog. How do we do it? So today I'm going to sort of answer those questions. The first thing you need to do is get yourself some equipment. So what we use is a Canon EOS, what is it? A Canon EOS M5. I don't really know the technical things behind it, but it is a pretty good camera. Quite small, quite compact. We can take it anywhere with us. We've got a mic on the top of it. We use a Rode mic, probably about $100, and a tripod, which was about $70. The first thing you want to do, what we try and do, I call it like a feed stopper. So the average person today on their phone will only look at an Instagram post for like 1.8 seconds. A lot of our vlogs we put on Facebook. Might have a bit longer to try and stop that news feed. So the way we try and stop it is probably the high part of our episode or the most dramatic part of our episode. Say a drone crashing. Or another way you can do it, it's like through a certain noise or maybe like a loud laughter, sort of like Chico's laugh. Or maybe a person of interest, say Corey's playing that day, you put Corey on the start of the vlog.
Hey man!
And once you get that, you can try and stop him and hopefully they start to watch your vlog. Our intros usually use time lapses or slow motion. Just a great way to sort of start your vlog.
I said it must be, cause the nigga got dough. Extraordinary swag in the mouth full of gold.
It may sound like the most obvious thing, but your vlog should have a start, middle and finish. I watch a lot of vlogs now where they sort of bounce around and like you don't know what sort of part of the day you're in or where they're going or what's happening, and I think a lot of that comes through the transition. You don't want me to be here and then all of a sudden in the middle of the bush somewhere, you know what I mean? So I feel like the transition parts are really important. You want to sort of go from A to B, but show that sort of in-between part as well. So something like this, leaving the scene. So something like this, leaving the scene. Up, go again. Sort of something along those lines. So there's times when you have to do them in public and it's pretty embarrassing, but if you're going to start vlogging, you're just going to have to get used to it. Because when you're walking around with a big camera up like this, everyone starts looking at you. So when you first start out, it's pretty embarrassing because you'll start talking and then like they'll start looking and you just stop. When we do our transitions, we just like to throw music over the top, whatever's relevant at the time or whatever we're feeling, so.
Billy truck, yeah, that's my choice to ride. Always keep some bitches on the side, yeah. Don't stand too close, my diamonds gonna bite. I get drugs for the right price, yeah.
So if you do want to do them transition scenes, there's different ways you can do it. Obviously like time lapses, just show yourself in the car moving towards the next destination or walking into the next destination. Or you set yourself up a camera like this, run back this way. And do transitions like that. So there's lots of ways you can do it, but they're only small details, but I think they're the stuff that sort of separates your vlogs from other people's vlogs. So with camera angles, you sort of just got to work with what you got. Sometimes you're on the move and sometimes you're not. But as a rule of thumb, you sort of want your camera to be as still for as many shots as possible. If you do want to set the scene, it's better off to start on a wide angle, or like this. But if you want to get your point across, sometimes it's better to be up close. These are the basic parts of the filming. Get your storyline from start, middle and finish, transition in between those periods, working on angles, either wide, close or on the move. And if you're ever struggling for a transition, there's always this corny GoPro one. In terms of editing software, we use a program called Final Cut Pro. I know a lot of people out there use the Adobe version, but to be honest, sort of got used to this editing format, so I just sort of stuck with it. A lot of people don't realize that editing is the longest part. So my very first vlog that we done, when we went out for breakfast and Corey ended up getting a parking ticket.
$108. What a piccolo, man, $108.
That took me like 10 hours to edit for only like 5 minutes of content. I think speed of content is more important than perfection. Example of this is when the Corey's game day vlog, they ended up winning by a drop goal. I spent about 8 hours of that afternoon and that night editing it just so I could release that vlog the same night that the game was happening. Like strike while the iron's hot sort of thing, where I don't feel like it would have had the same effect the next day. So I think a lot of people get caught up in the small details of their vlogs and they want perfection to be put out, but I generally think the speed of content is more valuable. So the good thing about vlogging and the editing side, you will have to learn that stuff on your own. It does take time, but you can sort of develop your own style. We've got our own style, so if you sort of copy ours, like people can sort of recognize that style. Do you know what I mean? The one thing I do love about vlogging is compared to like stuff like Instagram. So Instagram's like the final product and I feel like it's really fabricated and it's fake. So if I was to take 20 photos of myself, I'd look for those 20 photos and I'll put up the best one. Do you know what I mean? And that's sort of what Instagram's built on, portraying the best possible version of yourself through photos. And the way I feel about vlogs is people starting to say, here's your final product and here's the process to get to that product. And I feel like this part here is where the vlogs come in, and I feel like this is the part people really appreciate. People will hike 6 hours up a mountain to take a photo just so they can put it on Instagram, do you know what I mean? And it might be the worst 6-hour hike in the world, but they'll get to the top of the mountain and take the photo and be like, oh, best experience of my life, blah, blah, blah. I feel like if you document that first hour to your last hour and record that, and then I feel like that'll be a lot more powerful and a lot more engaging. Because it's 2017 and you can't bullshit people these days. They see everywhere you are, they see what you're doing, so if it's fake and fabricated, I feel like people will sense that. So my biggest advice when starting a vlog is be yourself. Just document over create and just develop your own style and have fun doing it. And when it comes to ending the vlog, I used to try and create ways to end it, but now I just end them abruptly.
Billy truck, yeah, that's my just a ride. Always keep some bitches on the side, yeah, yeah. Don't stand too close, my diamonds gonna bite.